Okay, let's talk about gold in India. We love it, right? We're one of the biggest importers in the world for jewelry, for investments, you name it. We spend like over $50 billion on it every single year. But what if I told you there's a huge, kind of crazy paradox at the heart of all this? What if India is already sitting on a massive gold mine and we're literally throwing it away every single day? Yeah, it sounds weird, right? Why on earth would a country that's so into gold just be dumping it in the trash? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. And believe it or not, the answer is probably sitting right there in your own home. All right, so let's break this down. Picture this. On one hand, you've got these huge official gold imports. We're talking tons of it coming into the country. But on the other hand, you've got this completely overlooked resource, all the gold that's already inside millions of our old discarded electronics. I mean, the contrast is just, wow, it's staggering. We're paying top dollar to bring new gold in, while at the exact same time, we're treating the gold we already have like it's totally worthless. Okay, to really get a grip on this, let's zoom in. Let's take it from this huge national scale right down to you, to your home, because we're talking about a hidden treasure you probably don't even know you're sitting on. No, seriously, think about it for a second. What about that one drawer, you know the one? Or that box in the back of the closet, maybe up in the attic? That tangled mess of old cables you've been meaning to sort out forever. How many old, forgotten gadgets are just sitting there collecting dust? I bet most of us have this stuff just lying around. That old phone you upgraded from, a laptop that just won't turn on anymore, a whole nest of old chargers. We look at it and we just see junk, right? But it's so much more than that. These things are literally packed with valuable precious metals. We're talking silver, copper, palladium, and yep, you guessed it, gold. Okay, now get ready for this. This is the part that blows my mind every time. It's a scientific fact. You can find up to 100 times more gold in 1 ton of e-waste, like a bunch of old smartphones, than you'd find in 1 ton of actual gold ore dug out of a mountain. Let that sink in. 100 times more. It means our cities, our homes, they're the new gold mines. And this whole idea, this concept, it actually has a name. It's a pretty revolutionary way of thinking that could completely change how we look at waste and resources. Forever. This is the solution we've been building up to. It's called urban mining. So instead of the old school destructive mining that, tears up the earth, urban mining is all about recovering those exact same precious metals from the millions of tons of electronics we throw away in our cities. It's smarter, it's way cleaner, and the best part, it's right here under our noses. Now, I gotta be super clear about this. This is not a do-it-yourself project. Please don't try this at home. Getting these metals out is a really complex scientific process. It can only be done safely by authorized recyclers. It's a whole system, proper collection, professional dismantling in a totally controlled environment, carefully separating all the different bits and pieces, and then finally sending those materials off to approved refineries. The whole thing is governed by super strict environmental and safety rules. So we know the solution exists, right? Urban mining. But now let's talk about the sheer scale of what we're dealing with here. Because, yeah, the challenge is massive. But trust me, the opportunity is even bigger. I mean, just look at this. That huge bar on the left, that's how many millions of tons of e-waste India produces every single year. It's a mountain of stuff. Now look at that tiny little bar next to it. That's how much we actually manage to recycle properly and safely. The gap between what we throw out and what we actually recover is just enormous. So what's the deal? Why is this happening? Well, it boils down to a few key things. First, most of our e-waste ends up in the informal sector where it's often handled in really unsafe ways that cause a lot of pollution and health problems. On top of that, not many people even know about this stuff. Our collection systems just aren't good enough yet. And let's be honest, for a lot of us, there just aren't enough easy, responsible ways to recycle this stuff. But here's where we flip the script, because every single one of those challenges, it's actually a hidden opportunity. This giant pile of what we call waste isn't really a burden. It's an incredibly valuable resource. This is our chance to build a cleaner, a wealthier, and a more self-sufficient India. And this is where it all comes back to you. Because turning this huge challenge into a huge national win, well, it all starts with the small choices we make. It starts right there, in your home, with that junk drawer full of old electronics. This quote really just nails it, doesn't it? It's the exact mindset we need. Think about it. If we recycle our e-waste the right way, we can rely less on importing gold, we can create thousands of green jobs in a whole new industry, we can support a circular economy where nothing goes to waste, and we can protect our environment from all that toxic junk in landfills. It's a win, 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 win. So, what can you do? It's actually pretty simple. The next time you get a new phone or your laptop finally gives up, don't just toss it in the bin or give it to the local scrap guy. The single most powerful thing you can do is to find and choose an authorized e-waste recycler, someone who handle it the right way, safely and responsibly. So let's start to change our perspective, okay? That old phone isn't just trash. It's treasure. It's a resource. From now on, when you look at that pile of old electronics, don't see a problem you need to get rid of. See a brand new gold mine just waiting to be tapped. The only real question left is, are we going to start digging?